off the hips round the corner for another single. Well, Tamim Iqbal lost a few hairs, but he had plenty of hair in the recent past. Now, one case. The other side of the coin is his opening partner. There you go. You can lend him a few of his hair. Yeah, that's a good idea. Two contrasting looks. Contrasting types of batsmen. But now can take a few pointers from Tamim Iqbal. Don't easily left alone. Short pitch deliveries have got to be in the sort of ribcage area up to your shoulder. That was one over the shoulder. You need the batsman to be feeling uncomfortable, not allow them to sway away or leave it comfortably. Want them to fend off at the ball and try to take evasive action. Also, just breaks the momentum. Batsman looking to come forward. Length deliveries, just something different. Good ball once again to finish up the over. After 7 is 31 for 1.
ICC Under-19 Cricket World Cup. New Zealand versus South Africa. Tomorrow at 6:15 a.m. Live on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar. This broadcast is brought to you in association with Nerolac Healthy Home Paints. Watch Northeast United FC versus Chennai FC today at 7:30 p.m. Live on the Star Sports Network, Hotstar and Gtv.
For 1, they're chasing a big total here. The Sri Lankans, they lost one early. Pereira jumping down the wicket to Nasir, just playing all around a straight one really. He was out for 1. Tiranga, but he's faced 25 deliveries. Kusal Mendes as well, 15 balls for his 8. So they're going to have to make sure that they don't get too far behind the run rate here, not leave themselves too much to do at the end. We know they have people capable of chasing down this big score, but you can't leave them too much to do. Here's confirmation of that wicket. There he is, dancing down the wicket, and only the second over. And really, should have done a bit better than that. Jubilation all round from a Bangladesh perspective. But Kusal Pereira needed to do better than that. He won't be happy watching that replay tonight. It up in the air. Was nowhere really. Looking to sail it into the stands. And all that happened was he looked back and saw his timber disturbed. Mushrafi had been spot on. Quick single. But they've been really good. They haven't given the Sri Lankans anything to get away with. No bad balls, nothing to allow the bat on the lower side. On the lower side. It's the stretch, the infamous hamstring stretch, so it looks like there is a bit of an issue here.
Yes, and that's not something. There, the Bangladeshis have done well to restrict Sri Lanka to a score of 32.
They struggled a bit against Mushrafi Murtaza as Upal Tiranga. Not clear on his plans outside the off stump there. It really has been a corridor of uncertainty. For Upal Tiranga on occasion, as per that last delivery, not really his fault. Ball has stayed down a little bit. On the other ones, not really getting across, not really playing any form of authoritative shot at the ball, and hence it's been very tentative. Smiles all around, and a huge surprise that the majority of them going from the Bangladesh perspective. So we've just got a little break and play here because There is a little hamstring issue with Kusal Mendes. Turanga is just a bystander at this stage. Be interesting to see if he can continue. Remember, no runners allowed. So he's going to have to either stay out there and try and make do with what sort of injury he does have. But that means that Turanga is going to be hamstrung, because he won't be able to run any quick singles. So I don't know if it'll be the right thing to do or counterproductive. So there it is. This is the run. There he is. As he goes to open up, that's obviously where he tweaked it a little bit. There we go, straight away. The left leg just goes down, stretches it a little bit. So then the umpire's just also getting involved. They're just understanding exactly what is going on here and what the intention is of the batsman, because he can't keep hanging around there. He's got to make a decision whether he's going to continue to bat or whether he's actually going to leave the field. It'd be a travesty really if he does leave the field as one of the end batsmen. But again, as I said, if you're going to be a liability at the other end and not able to run the runs for your partner and for yourself, sort of becomes counterproductive, and you might as well go off and get treatment and come back a little later if you can. That seems to be the discussion at this stage as to whether he stays out there or not. I just think the umpires need to step in. Yeah, there's a certain amount of time needed for
T24,
as it were, but then also he's got to make a
T24
to stay out there or not. It looks like he's going to stay out there. The helmet's on. He's made the decision that
Hello.
he's carry on batting.
T24.
Physiotherapist seems to be happy with that. They've given the requisite treatment. He's got to be careful though, because there is something there, and he continues to bat out there, continues to put stress on it, and that could put him out for a few games after this if he does make it worse. But he seems to be happy to continue at this stage.
But the little that we have seen with the 7-0.
Yeah, I think you're right. We saw that in the package. Yeah, I think you're right. We saw that in the package to Turanga, that the ball has stayed down on occasion. We've seen a bit of bounce as well. So from a Sri Lankan perspective, particularly if you're out there opening the innings, you would sort of say to yourself, it's not the same pitch to the Bangladesh batsman batted on. But the new ball it is, and obviously offers a bit of something different. But there we go. That's one that stayed down there. There was one with a wee bit of bounce. There's one there definitely bounced. Another one that stays down a little bit. You're quite right. I think there has been a bit of inconsistency in this opening salvo. That's something that we didn't see in that Bangladesh innings. It'll be interesting to see as the game wears on. This pitch continues to play.
Not to take away the credit from Mashrafi, because he did bowl a good line, a good length, beating the batsman on a few occasions from outside the off stump. The ball doing a bit off the wicket, a little lateral movement on a few occasions there. The batsman pulling it, short arm kind of a pull through mid-wicket for a single only. The Sri Lankan seamers power play. 29% was short pitch deliveries. Bangladesh seamers doing reasonably well. Pitching the ball up, working the ball on the offside for a single.
Yeah, he's very consistent with his areas, and that's what made him very successful. One day international cricket, Mashrafi Mortaza, because of his numerous knee injuries, he He has obviously lost a lot of pace. He used to be quite brisk, but he's made up for that with a lot of cunning, a lot of guile. He still hits the bat fairly hard. He's got a very subtle change of pace as well. There we go, there's a little change of pace, finding up in the circle, gets a hand to it. And, well, proves enough to keep it from going away to the boundary for 4. End of the over. 8 balls, 38 for 1. The target, 321. It's a long way off at this present stage in the game. Sri Lanka 38 for 1. Required rate, 6.74 to the over. As I said earlier, you don't want that to be escalating too quickly. You don't want to be chasing 8, 9 and over from too far out. It's fair enough chasing 8, 9 to the over in the last 15 overs, but if you have to do it for 20, 25 overs, more often than not, that becomes a bridge too far. We saw Tisara Pereira very nearly carry Sri Lanka over the line the other night, and we know he can hit it clean, but you don't want to leave him with too much to do at the end. It's critical they build a partnership. That's what's required. Invariably, when you're chasing a big total, you need a couple really, but you need one over 100, 120 really to give you a fighting chance. If you're losing wickets at regular intervals, it becomes very, very difficult to chase down big targets.
Yes, the onus is obviously on Tiranga. He's one of the senior batsmen here in the side. And the side would look to him to take the score forward, because 320 obviously is no mean score by any stretch of imagination, and it could be slow going, yes, but they need to be there, they need to rotate the strike, and with Tiranga there, with his experience, he's got quite a few hundreds in his career, and surely would look to play a big knock here.
Vast experience for Uppal Tiranga. 120 games. Now then, has that faced him? I think it has, you know. I think it has. Something's dropped on the ground. I think it's the chin strap. I think that hit him flush on the helmet. Short delivery, very good short delivery. Tell you what, yeah, very nearly went onto the stumps. That would have been an unfortunate ending. Kusal Mendes really in the wars here. There we go, have a look at that. On the side of the helmet, and the neck protector comes off and very close to the stumps. Gee whiz, if it's not his hamstring, then is getting hit on the head and parts disappearing from his helmet. He really is in the wars here, Kusal Mendes.
Yes, and a grin on his face instead of a grimace. That's a good sign there. He's obviously not too bothered about it.
Well, he seems to be okay. Just a glancing blow in the end. And he's able to refit the helmet and get on with things. Follow-up ball from the fast bowler. You hit the batsman on the head, always followed up with another bouncer. You're not going to be nice and serve it up there for him to come forward to. And another very good one. This time he's not playing the hook shot and he's underneath it in a flash.
That was one dug shot. One of the quicker of the three. Rubelo Sen is trying to extract a little bit of a pace from the wicket.
End of the over, a good one, just the one from it. 9 ball, 39 for 1. Continuing this one down the leg side, not a great delivery. Fine leg is up in the circle, so all he had to do was get something on it. Got a thickish inside edge and raced away to the boundary for 4.
One of the few blemishes here, Mashrafi bowling straying down the leg side, and Upal Taranga was equal to the task, flicking away to fine leg for a 4. Coming back to Mashrafi, he was saying coming back, but you must admire the man for his resilience. The man obviously has a lot of has gone through injuries and a lot of pins and nails on his knees. So what with all those he has done, much to be appreciated and admired, surely enough.
It just seems to be the bionic man. You look under the longs there, you can see all the padding. It looks like it's, as you mentioned, filled with all the nuts and bolts and screws that keep him together. He really has been a great servant of the game for Bangladesh cricket.
And that probably also tells him to be within his limits, not to take too many risks. And as a result, you always see Mashrafi bowling within himself, not trying to do anything extra. But the way he dives whilst fielding, I think he often forgets that he has those pins and nails on his knees. A great fighter, indeed.
Right, so round the wicket now to Upal Taranga. He's been coming over the wicket, trying a different method now, a different angle of attack. Down the wicket, and he's got it straight to middle. Isn't it good when a plan comes together? The captain has struck. The crowd erupt. Jared Dhaka, a firm favourite here at the Sheribanga National Stadium, and he's picked up a huge wicket.
There, Upal Taranga chancing his arm, actually trying to lift the ball over the fielder's head, but not quite connecting. And Mashrafi obviously maintaining that line.
সবাই একটা হাত তালি দেন
Get Taranga out in the mid-off, long off region. Dejected Taranga walking back for 25.
43 for 2.
तैयार हो जाइए दुनिया के सबसे बड़े और धमाकेदार टूर्नामेंट के लिए।
बिल्कुल, अगर चाहते हो अपने स्क्वाड में परफेक्शन तो वोट करो, क्योंकि यह इलेक्शन से सिलेक्शन। वीवो आईपीएल में पहली बार आपका वोट ला सकता है आपके फेवरेट प्लेयर्स को आपकी फेवरेट टीम में। तो लॉग ऑन करो
वीवो IPL election.hotstar.com पर चूज करो अपनी टीम के लिए अपने फेवरेट प्लेयर्स को और जीतिए आपकी टीम की मैच टिकट्स।
वोट करो।
Well then, I expected this bloke to open the batting, but he's going to come in at number 4, Nirishan Dikwela, 33 matches, just over 1,000 runs, decent average, a best of 116. He really is a good cricketer, and if he gets going, he can be very entertaining indeed. Upal Taranga coming down the wicket to Mashrafi Mortaza, trying to up the ante, up the pace. Doesn't make the requisite contact.
Niroshan Dikwala is one of the few amongst the youngsters that Sri Lankans would be looking forward to.
Oh, very early. Chops it on. First delivery. It was the first time that Niroshan Dikwala will be batting at number 4. As I said, we're accustomed to seeing him in the opening position. And his first delivery, well, was nearly his last. Again, a bit of inconsistent bounce. Really not a authoritative shot. Hence, a healthy inside edge. But he's at the non-striker's end now and he's off the mark. End of 10, end of the first power play. 44 for 2. Down now for 44 after 10 overs. They've got their work cut out here of the Sri Lankans. They need somebody to step up. They need a partnership. They need a couple of guys to get stuck in. Right, there's the signal for the second power play. That'll be from overs 10 to 40. That means that they're allowed another one outside the circle, but in this sort of position, that's not going to be taken advantage of. He's going to keep attacking as Mashrafi.
Nudges it down to next side for a single. Dikwala, Kusal Mendes and Kusal Pereira, 3 of the promising young players of Sri Lanka, trying to fill in the heavy boots of Mahela Jayawardene and Sangakkara. After they left, the onus is on these, amongst others. The 3 who have done reasonably well for Sri Lanka. Lanka obviously look forward to Dikwala and Mendes to take it forward from here.
So Dikwala now on strike. Just the 2 men out on the leg side, fine leg and square leg. They really have been strangled thus far, the Sri Lankan batsmen. Haven't been able to get away at all, and whenever they've tried to play big shots, they've perished. Just not going their way at the moment, and give kudos to the way Bangladesh bowled in that power play. Very, very good indeed. You would expect that in the first stanza of a partnership, or the intent to build a partnership, that they would get singles or try and rotate the strike. That's how they have to begin and make sure they capitalise on any loose delivery that is presented. They come in all shapes and sizes and looks, don't they? They've all come to enjoy the cricket here, and it's a very, very big crowd indeed at the moment. The home side well on top.
Keeping a tight leash on the batsman, Rubel Hussain bowling with 6 fielders on the off. Backward a point, a cover and an extra cover. Third man. That was short and hit very convincingly for 4 through mid-wicket. And there was 50 up, 51 for 2.
Yeah, now there's a shot. That's what I've been looking for. Short. This time he's on it in a flash. Kusal Mendes, he's taken one on the helmet, ducked again in the last over. But on this occasion, there's the short one, doesn't climb as high as Rubel Hussain would have wanted. And easy pickings. Lovely stroke. And again, this time there is protection out there. So testing his half of the pitch. Rubel Hussain, and those two occasions, well, Kusal Mendes able to play two very, very good pull shots. Remember, Kusal Mendes hasn't got a 50 in his last 11 innings, so he'll be desperate that he's got a bit of a start here, then he continues. But De Quella now on strike. After the first power play, Bangladesh were 50 for none, Sri Lanka 44 for 2, so not a lot in it, but they've lost two crucial wickets of the Sri Lankans. Power play 2 was the big one. For Bangladesh, 193 for 2. And a mere 268 to get in 39 overs. They won't be looking at that. Sri Lankans, they'll be trying to just go over by over, concentrate on the short-term goals, make sure they're trying to build a partnership. Required rate 6.88, so a shade under 7 to the over already. And this is Upal Taranga against Mashrafi Mortaza. The angle proving his undoing. Really was very uncertain outside that off stump until he came round the wicket, set him up, bowled round the wicket, and managed to get his prize, the captain Mashrafi.
The decision to take 4 fast bowlers on the side seems to have done well for him. Even though Sri Lankans boasting of 5 left-hand batsmen, one would have thought maybe an off-spinner in the side and added additional off-spinner in the side would have been a better bargain. But Mashrafi picked it short, but Mendes couldn't quite get hold of it. Mustafizur Rahman and Saifuddin are the 2 other bowlers, fast bowlers, yet to be tried. There we see them, Mustafizur Rahman there, trying to get back into his rhythm, the momentum that we had seen of him in the recent past.
Just in front of the fielder. Change of pace. And he very nearly hit it straight to cover. Immediately summons another bat from the change room. There we go, but a change of pace right off the toe of the bat. Not to the pitch of the ball at all. Very nearly was the end of Kusal Mendes. Go. It's only 2. They normally walk out with 5 or 6. These guys carry so many bats around with him these days. So he knows which is second favourite. There it is. Rightio. Let's hope this brings better fortune. 15 of 27 deliveries, Kusal Mendes. So he hasn't been allowed to settle at all and found it difficult to score.
A rare short one there from Mashrafi, but not been able to take full advantage of that. What Mashrafi has done he always relies on this the nagging line and length that he gets bowled, the basics that he sticks to. He knows that he doesn't have the raw pace that you were referring to once when he had that, and a little bit of a movement from he uses the seam well, but it's his line and length that's he's always maintains.
Yeah, quite right. He really gives you something that you can latch onto as a batsman. Makes you work for your runs. Another change of pace on that occasion. Tucked around the corner, just the 3 from the over though. 12 bowled, 56 for 2. The sun sets here in Dhaka. You see that Bangladesh were 54 for none at this stage, and Sri Lanka just a little in front. Actually at 56 for 2. And Mustafizur Rahman into the attack, 24 matches, 46 wickets. Conversion rate there is outstanding. Economy rate of under 5 to the over, best of 6 for 43. We saw in the game against Zimbabwe, he was probably back to his best, and they're going to have their work cut out here, the Sri Lankan batsmen, to get him away as well.
And the fast bowling coach was saying that he was also improving on his pace. Besides the cutters and the slower ones, he was getting back into rhythm, but it was also the pace that he started to lose at one point in time. So he is trying to get back, and he looks a bit of the old Mustafiz.
Yep, the Fizz, as he became affectionately known at the IPL. What a tournament he had then. It really set him up for the international arena, and well, they're disappointed of late. Struggled a bit in the ICC Champions Trophy and Tour of South Africa. He was left out, but seems fit and rearing to go. Then, as I said, against the Zimbabweans, he was really good. Another chance to shine here.
And the cricket board had also taken a cautious approach about as regards Mustafiz participating in different tournaments worldwide. He was considered as the emerging player of the year last year by ICC. So the youngster has done wonders initially, in the early years. And he had 11 wickets in his first 2 matches against India and Pakistan in this very venue.
That's quite a handy start to your career, isn't it? Nice piece of timing, beats the man at backward point. But they're only going to get 1. I thought definitely they'll be able to get around for 2 there. We saw that Kusal Mendes had a little issue with his hamstring, and maybe on that occasion is the reason that they can't get back for 2. Guided down to third man. The rate above 7s for the first time. That's something that they'll have to keep an eye on. As I said earlier, you cannot afford that to escalate too early. You've got to keep it in check and make sure that it doesn't balloon. Makes it very difficult for the middle order coming in to keep up with the rate. Seamers to Mendes today. Boundary has been that short one. But by and large, they've had his number. By and large, they've made it very difficult for him to score indeed.
Whilst it is essential to be cautious, yes, when a couple of wickets have already fallen, But over-exercising that caution, you've got to mix a little bit of aggression with this, with caution as well.
Uppish, but it was in the gap. Perfectly in control, I think, in the end. Another single. So, end of another over, 13 done, 60 for 2 now. If you're just joining us, Bangladesh 320 for 7 in their 50 overs. Sri Lanka 60 for 2 in reply, which means they need a further 261 or 37 overs to get their first victory in this Rocket Tri-Series.
Mashrafi has decided to carry on. This is his 7th over that he is bowling. Thinks he's done a good job. He's kept a check on the Sri Lankan batsman. As Rubel Hussain, Mustafiz and Saifuddin to also share the cherry. And there you see Mashrafi always with his kneecaps and all that.
He must feel that he's in a rhythm as well, and they're not really going after him, so why not? Probably won't bowl too many overs at the death, so just deciding that he'll give himself a lengthy spell. Not many fuller ones. We talked about that, how there was inconsistent bounce, you mentioned that, but he's been able to pepper that back of a length. It's been really good actually, and not allowing the Sri Lankan batsman any free drives whatsoever. There again, it's back of a length, subtle change of pace. The batsman not able to drive.
Very focused, very intent, Mashrafi. Intent on maintaining that line in length, not at all allowing the batsman any free way. Mendes and Dequella, 2 young promising batsmen, have a job cut out, for sure.
That's up in the air. There's another opportunity. Yes, it is. It's set up again by the captain, Mashrafi. He's been so good, given the batsman nothing, and has created the frustration. Can't help himself, can Kusal Mendes, trying to hit one over the top there. Change of pace again. Goes way up in there. He knows straight away, what have I done? And there's the catch. Just bobbles out a wee bit, but safely grabbed in the end. Oh, it's another huge wicket, and they fall further behind the black ball. Kusal Mendes gone for 19, 62 for 3 now.
तैयार हो जाइए दुनिया के सबसे बड़े और धमाकेदार टूर्नामेंट के लिए।
बिल्कुल, अगर चाहते हो
Bausap. Oh, Bausap. Babu. Tingnya gini tuh.
Ungay na rin. Ha? Oy. Lalo. Ungay yus. Gulmadaş. Kalama. Hodong lain korra lada bazi. Hargari bazi hari. Solitan lain korra jana. Onika fanno arda. Argo didi. Video solitan lain korra li ama. Sadan ade se koi jedi. Snap subscribe कर दिया लोगों भी ना तू
Picked the wickets at regular intervals and created the pressure. 64 for 3.
Pari ni. Kita butuh di pina magwa. Kita butuh di ektas. Live. Masih तीन विकेट गई. तो यार होती है जल्दी. बाबू 3 विकेट गई फोन पर जाने. 3 विकेट. यहाँ बात नहीं करेंगे इंडिया में कितनी कर.
64 for 3. Required rate now just to take over 7.14. Continue to pack in the crowds here. The holiday. It's always good when the crowd, a big crowd, is rewarded by an excellent performance from the home side. Still not over. They've done the job with the bat. Now they've handed it over to the bowlers to defend what looks a formidable total. Even more so now with Sri Lanka 3 down. The fizz from the Dutch Bangla end. Now from just a quick one, Athara. Talk about Roshan Nikwela. Always used to see him up the order. He got 100 against Zimbabwe in that in the series. Sorry, against Sri Lanka in that 3-2 defeat. But in an unfamiliar position, batting at number 4. We thought maybe he'll come at 5 if he's not opening, but first time ever at number 4.
Yeah, because of the fact that the top order has been struggling, they would want someone like Tikwela to spend time in the middle. We talk about the surface, and I also mentioned early on, right in my pitch report, that for the bowlers, you need to realize how you need to bowl here. You need to take pace off the ball. We didn't see that from the bowlers from the Sri Lankan team when they were bowling at Bangladesh. But yes, talking about Tikwela, I think he needs to prove a point here. Being sent up the order at number 4, then you need to repay the faith by the team management. Spend time in the middle and see how long he can bat on, because there will be ample gaps around here. Flicking that away for a couple of runs, that is Chandimal. And they haven't had a very good track record in the recent past. If you look at the one-day international results, out of the 16 matches they have played, in the last 16 matches they've lost 15. They nearly went so close to the chase of 290 when they played their first match against Zimbabwe. But one thing for sure, Champions Trophy, don't forget that when they chased 322 against India, and they did that in 48.3 overs. Gunathaliga not playing today, 76. Mendes already back in the pavilion, 89. And Matthews also 50. He's injured, he's not playing. So it's important for the rest of the match to realize that it has happened in the past. Can they do it here? 7 wickets in hand. Difficult, but possible. Also, Arthur, recently in India and Dharamshala on a very, very spicy pitch. Sri Lanka beat India. They chased around the town and Nikwela was not out in the end in that run chase. He batted well in tough conditions. India were dismissed for next to nothing. It was a different matter. And in the very next match, India realized what's happening. This is Sri Lanka we're playing against. Rohit Sharma got a double 100 in Mohali. And on that occasion, Nikwela was batting down at number 5.
Shakib Al Hasan doesn't like to be left out of the action. You saw him wandering around in the previous over, also being left out. With 17 overs, that hasn't been part of this game. Come on, give me the ball. Now he's getting involved. Randimal 7, Iqbal 14, coming in at number 4, ahead of the captain for the day, Dinesh Randimal. No Angelo Matthews today. Asila Gunaratne. Nisara Pereira batted beautifully the other night. Still want these two to carry on.
Yeah, he played a good part with the bat. Shakib was 67. He's batting at number 3. But he always likes to get forward, just like he said, to score runs. This time going down the wicket, that is a very good shot. Good use of the weight and gone for maximum. That is a very, very positive shot from Dinesh Chandimal.
And look at the timing of that. It hasn't just cleared the boundary, it's cleared it by a distance. I reckon that's 80 plus meters from Dinesh Chandimal. Very clean hit. That's the kind of hitter he is. Just gets to the point. There you go, 90 meters. That just kickstart this innings for Sri Lanka. And again, this time uses the places it well. We'll come back for a second. Well, they've decided before Shakib Al Hasan can settle down, he used my feet
ഇഷ്ടമായി വിളി ഫാസ്റ്റ് സെറ്റ് അടിക്കായി
was on target. Igbella's first outing at number 4 comes to an end with 16.84.
ഫാസ്റ്റ് സെറ്റ്
City versus ATK tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. on Star Sports Network, Hotstar and Gtv. Samsung Delight Service and Mutual Point RCC Under 19 Cricket World Cup, New Zealand versus South Africa tomorrow at 6:15 a.m. live on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar.
The all-rounder comes out, 32 years of age, got 100 one-day cricket, come out with plenty of promise for Sri Lanka. This is the kind of situation tailor-made for him if he wants to deliver the show what he is made of. Disappointing shot from Niquella.
Yeah, should have been on the front foot. Came back just enough to go through the defenses and he wanted to play that good shot. Completely missing it and almost the visual of finding the target.
మొత్తం నడారు ఓవర్
Gets it into his rhythm, makes life difficult
Very
for
good.
batsmen. Well, he's under pressure
പിന്നെ
now.
റജുഗൻ സംഭവം
We spoke about good run. It will be important for him to realize the fact that he builds in some sort of partnership here because at the moment they're struggling, really struggling here. In the 19th over, already 4 down for 85 and the run rate above 7.5 now, required run rate.
Good finish from Mustafizur. Successful over, just the 2 runs as well. 85 for 4. Why not? They always get behind their team. Several of the fielders are patrolling the boundaries. Some of the more popular figures. Anmol Lakbijoy down at long off, having a bit of banter with the crowd. Focus now at the middle on Shakib Al Hasan. New man, the Siragunarin, yet to get off the mark. He's bringing the field in. We've got Lomon coming in inside the circle, mid on. And just fielded the ball. Mutsai Muddin looking forward to seeing him bowl. He'll be glad that with whatever stage he comes on to bowl, Bangladesh will be on top, so he'll be a little more relaxed. Show everyone what he's made of. Won't start under pressure. Always good for a youngster to be allowed to bowl in those situations.
So that's what happens when a new batsman come in. He'll go a little bit more defensive, knowing that he cannot afford to take chances. He played a very good over, the first over from Chuck Hassan, field of 10 runs, but he's dropped anchor now because it is needed on this pair to continue another maybe 5-10 overs and see where they can go ahead, but it is certainly getting difficult.
tells the story. 107 for one. Bangladesh were really going well at this stage. The runs not so much of an issue as the wickets. You can always construct your innings differently. Pace yourself. When you've lost 3-4 wickets at this stage, really going to feel the pinch. The Dutch batsman just sorting out their field, looking at the number of fielders outside the circle. Maximum of 4 allowed outside the circle. Power play number 2. Now the one thing we've seen throughout this series, of course, is that lots of camaraderie between the players, especially those who know each other. We'll come to that after this delivery. We had a couple of injury timeouts for the hamstring of Kusal Mendes. And during that, we had a look at Taranga, Nasir Hussain, and he calls a substitute fielder who had come on. They look at that, Danushka Gunatilaka, and that was a little select sixers trio. Played together before, and it's good to see memories from recently with the captain, Nasir Hussain.
Yeah, they played for select sixes. Nasir Hussain was the captain, and that's the bond that they had when they played in the last edition of EPL. It's good to see, almost good to see. They fight till the very end in the field, but outside the field, they're buddies. I can tell you that. That's your ball again, fishing outside the off stump. Slower one. They bowled well. 13 and it's still over now. Not only about how he brings the ball and gets the ball to cut away from the right hander, but also the accuracy. I think it's been very impressive. Where he has bowled, the areas that he has bowled so far. That's why he can turn out to be a dangerous customer to any batsman on any surface. Sri Lanka need a partnership here. Nandipal comes back for a couple. He'll have to construct an innings. He'll have to play something ultra special. If Sri Lanka to get home, real get close. Still another 31 needed from this stage. We've talked about the bounce. There have been a few balls that have hit the helmet today. There's one of them on both sides. And on the other side of the coin, we've had the yellow deliveries, which have almost got up, or not got up, even stump high. That's on the same surface. That tells you a tale of variable bounce. Hitting the helmet, or hitting the base of the stumps. I think it's important for batsmen to realize that even there is some variable bounce, you've got to adjust it as quickly as possible. And this is coming in well. Lying on the helmet, shot. Also getting the ball onto the helmet. And then Kushal Mendes send the bowler. Oh, beautifully played. Just opening the face of the bat and getting it past between that fielder and the keeper.
last over that Shabir Rahman faced. 19 in that over. That one kept a little bit low. Still managing to pick up a single. You got to play to the merit of the delivery. You just cannot pre-decide and go ahead with a frame of mind that yes, I'm going to go after the bowling. Again kept low. That's 2 in a row. Really didn't even get above the height of the stumps. End of the 22nd, 98 for 4.
Sri Lanka need another 223 of the remaining 28 overs, and that's going to be a tough ask. Coming on for the first time, Mohammad Saifuddin. Only change is coming from the Bangla bank end. Only change in the Bangladesh squad from the team, rather, from the first game. He hasn't got a wicket. Maybe he'll get one. His 8th wicket today. Hoping for that. Crouch as he goes off, kisses the ball, and good luck to him. Right on the money, good stuff. He's tangling it very nicely. Evening, Alistair.
Evening, Shabib. Evening, everybody. Yeah, it's been the Tiger Show today. Made no mistake thus far. The fans have absolutely loved it. You're always in good spirits when your team's on top. And they've been outstanding, posting 320 with bat and then with ball in hand. They've been on the money.
Indeed, and it's up to the Sri Lankan batsmen to just build themselves, got to build up this little partnership. Can't afford to lose any more wickets, lost 4 already within the 100 mark, and can't all go well for the remaining part of the innings. Young Saifuddin will be hoping that action to get a breakthrough. Also, the batsman must tell that let's take advantage of the inexperience of this young man. Try to put the pressure back on him. From the corner, despairing effort, deflected away and recovered. The couple.
I don't know if it was intentional, but he stuck out the left hand and managed to palm it to the advancing fielder at square leg. There he goes, and he seemed to give it like a push. There he goes. Not so sure it was intentional, but he managed to get a good hand on it, and they will coming around at square leg to make the save.
Good ball once again. He's bowling within himself. 128.7 Ks. Far for the young man. Bit of a surprise, Alistair, when he was start off bowling from the rocket end. Towards over. Ball a bit of air. He will mix them up, it seems. Trying to float some in. Not the biggest turner of the ball as such. Depends on his arm ball to just have that surprise element for the batsman. Just keeps on coming back at you. It's swept around. Right on top of that. It's only a single. What's the ploy now, Alistair? Can't just take the singles, move the runs. They have to be interspersed by some big shots. Yeah, between a rock and a hard place, really, when the run rate required 8.15, and every time you don't score, it just goes up 0.5. And I tell you what, it's really overs, and they cannot afford too many dot balls. Initially it was the slower ball, and wasn't so far back in the crease. Maybe would have clipped the top of the stumps. Interesting to see what Hawkeye makes of all of that. But it was very close. As was that. I tell you what, that could be more than close. That could be out. What a brilliant piece of work. Look at him running around and have a look right from a distance.
Brilliant review, so straight to your fifth side on, please, mate. Fifth side on angle. Yeah, mate, no problem. Don't need another shot. Bail is off. Bat is short.
said, but have a look at this shot.
Well, we'll have to find a new word, a new description for that kind of a shot. What was it's a short arm attempted jab and a half pull and a half what? Nothing. It's a nothing shot.
It's as though he didn't pick it up. It was like you do in baseball when they call bunting. And you bunt it so you can run to first base. That's what that sort of resembled.
Well, he got better than first base. Actually, he got 4 very fortunate runs from that top edge. But, well, they have to ride their luck. They are falling behind at an alarming rate. The run rate has gone up to 8.34. Listen up, Pereira, a man who can wheel the willow. But it's coming into time of strife for the Sri Lankans. And it's Nelson, the score now. Anything can happen on that score. Well, he controlled that very well, I thought. It was at an awkward height for him, but he's got himself 4 runs to finish off over number 25, 115 for 5.
Kaku. Oh, bro. Bro. Oh, bro. Bro.
Batters got starts of sorts, if you can call it that, no one reaching the 30 mark. Oh, that's bad on that. That's why there was no appeal. Played with conviction.
Doesn't matter because Dinesh Chandimal is in the pavilion now. And this was the LBW appeal that they thought of referring just for a millisecond. I thought it might have clipped the top, but yeah, going over, just going over. So a good decision from the umpire in the end. And very good from Mushrafi Murtaza for not referring it.
I think he took the advice immediately from the keeper, Mushfiqur Rahim. And you can see from the expression on Mushfiqur Rahim's face that he was not too convinced that was going to go and hit the stumps. Well, the runs are coming, but not at the rate that Sri Lanka would want them. Basically just using the angles, milking the runs. The run rate keeps on climbing.
That's not how Tassara Pereira plays, though. He's going to throw a bit of caution to the wind, has to, in this situation. He's a clean striker of the ball. Played a great innings against Zimbabwe. What have you done? That is as soft as they come.
Well, Shakib Al Hasan didn't have to wait too long to get his wicket. He looked so relaxed, as if it was going to happen anyway. Easier than the softest of those missiles. Look, straight down. Saifuddin said, no problem. He's happy. A little bit of a smile. And unfortunately, another one bites the dust. 16 for Gunaratne, 117 for 6 for Sri Lanka.
ICC Under-19 Cricket World Cup, New Zealand versus South Africa, tomorrow at 6:15 a.m. live on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar. This broadcast is
আসসালামু আলাইকুম বন্ধুরা, কষ্ট করে ইউটিউব চ্যানেলটি সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন আর বেশি বেশি লাইক করুন নতুন খেলা পেতে। ওকে, আসসালামু আলাইকুম।
live on the Star Sports Network, Hotstar and Gtv.
Varandi Hasaranga is the new batsman in. Just fledgling career into his 9th match. No pedigree as such when it comes to the figures. He's come in.
চ্যানেলটিকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করতে লাগুন নতুন নতুন খেলা পেতে।
Wickets keep on falling.
লাইক করুন বেশি বেশি। ওকে,
That's the way the last one went. Very simple catch. Can't understand. Maybe he was in two minds. Ball stood up to be hit. Just didn't go full hog with it. Just a half-cock shot straight to Saifuddin. Oh, that's up in the air. There's a chance of a catcher. Fielder or the keeper coming in, taking on the easiest catches that he's ever going to take. And that's one tilted on from Gtv Live.
Oh, it's all going pear-shaped here for Sri Lanka. It really is. They're right on top of the Bangladeshis. And it smiles all around as Shakib Al Hasan picks up another one. This time, it's the sweep, trying to play a flat sweep, gets the top edge, and the simplest of catches for Mushfiqur Rahim. So, it's Hasaranga that's going to have to make the long walk back to the pavilion. I tell you what, not the best shot that he'll ever play. None for him. Sri Lanka now 117 for 7.
तैयार हो जाइए दुनिया के सबसे बड़े और धमाकेदार टूर्नामेंट के लिए।
बिल्कुल, अगर चाहते हो अपने स्क्वाड में परफेक्शन तो वोट करो, क्योंकि यह इलेक्शन से सिलेक्शन। वीवो आईपीएल में पहली बार आपका वोट ला सकता है आपके फेवरेट प्लेयर्स को आपकी फेवरेट टीम में। लॉग ऑन करो
vivoipl.hotstar.com पर चूज करो अपनी टीम के लिए अपने फेवरेट प्लेयर्स को और जीतिए आपकी टीम की मैच टिकट्स।
वोट करो।
Comes in on a hat-trick ball. It's Shakib Al Hasan who's taken 2 wickets in the last 2 deliveries. He's sitting on a hat-trick, and this time he's a little more animated. He wants the fielders in exactly the position he'd like them to be. And there's going to be a lot of pressure on Dhananjaya. We can see a slip coming in, a leg slip. More choke leg. And that's the reason why he's there. Up in there, spooned in, and Mushfiqur Rahim says, all of you stay away, I'm going to take that. Here we go. That's played well. That's not a hat-trick. That completes the over, 117 for 7. Does not make good reading at all. Losing wickets at regular intervals, and when you needed to build up some sort of resistance, they've absolutely fallen apart. Nasir Hussain opened the innings, taken a wicket, 7 runs, come back. And I think this is the ideal time for him to come back. He'll be oozing with confidence with the 2 new batsmen out there in the middle. But watch out for Tissera Pereira. He might just take to Nasir Hussain and try and tonk him out of the ground.
I think he's a bit stunned. Tissera Pereira. He's just seen the game unravel in front of his very eyes. When he walked out there, he would have given himself a slim chance. Would have said, get yourself in, form a partnership, you never know. But now, well, he'll be absolutely flabbergasted by what's transpired. Lowest win percentage in one-day internationals. Come back to that as Tissera Pereira steers one into the leg side, gets down to the other end. This makes very interesting.
हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मोतो भाई क्या हाल है? ठीक है मोतो, हम तो कल नहीं जा सकता। ओके, जो काम में किया ना वो काम हलास नहीं हो गया, इसलिए अरबी के साथ काम पकड़ा ना हम, इसलिए हलास नहीं है। तुम दूसरा आदमी ले लो। सही है भाई, नाराज़ नहीं हो। वो काम कलास नहीं है, इसलिए हम सोचा कलास हो जाएगा, एक दिन में नहीं हो गया, इसलिए तुम दूसरा आदमी ले लो। ओके ओके, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम मुतवा भाई, क्या हाल है? ठीक है। और हमारा काम तो हालास नहीं हो गया, हम तो नहीं जा सकते कल। सही है। और हम तो कल हालास हो जाएगा तो कल आज नहीं यार, अभी के साथ ये काम पकड़ना इसीलिए मुश्किल है। तुम दूसरा मीटिंग कर लो, हम नहीं जा सकते इसीलिए। ओके ओके।